Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Gen AI, where we talk about custom knowledge base based chatbot generated using Llamaindex. Now, generally, in organizations, there are huge collection of knowledge management documentations that belongs to the organization that talks about more on the organization and their activities and their research, perhaps if they have done any, etc., etc. Generally, they train the employees using those documents. In fact, the policy documents also are kept in the knowledge base that the employees are supposed to know about. Many times, there's a need to query from those documents. Say, first, they may read through that, but then many times they may have to check a particular policy, say, for example. So they may have to query on those documents. Reading through and then seeing the answer may be very cumbersome. So in such cases, the chatbot that I'm proposing or we are going to talk about will be very, very useful. So this is where Llamaindex comes into the picture. So what is Llamaindex? It's a solution that acts as an interface between various external data sources and a query engine. It primarily has three components: a data engine for data ingestion, and then indexing and a query interface. Now, as I said, there will be a huge collection of documents that any organization might have. So that can be kept in a folder. From there, it can be read, and then it can be indexed, and then it can be queried upon. The documents may be in the form of text file, Word file, PDF, PPT, etc. So Llamaindex can help us to ingest that, and then index that, and then query from that. I'll put the chatbot running. So I've also kept some documents. I'll show you the documents a bit later with the content. Now this is very specific to myself. So I put some data points about which talks about my area of interest. So let's say, what is my dog's name? So it is querying. So it is Donnie. So this is the name I gave in the document. I can show you that. Let me query one more from this. Where my customers live. Chennai. Well, I can show you that these are the data points I mentioned in my data source, which is this folder. For example, if I click this, what is my dog's name? It says Donnie. This is the name the chatbot flashed on screen once I queried upon that. Now, I also said where my customers live. It's a Word document. I'm saying where your customer generally live. This is Chennai. So it queried from this document. This is a docx file. That was a txt file. If you look at the PDF file, my hobby is to do software training. So this is a PDF file. Let's try to query from this. I type, what is my hobby? Your hobby is to do software training. So primarily what I'm trying to say here is that it queries from the data source of various files I've kept in that folder. Well, now let's go towards the code that I've written to get this done. So it's a very, very simple few lines of code. So this one thing that you must remember is that this is also using OpenAI API. Key is important in that perspective. And then we have directory reader. So it's a simple directory reader which reads the files. And then indexer, which indexes the records. Data. And then that kind of helps us to create a query engine. And then from the query engine, I query based on the input data that I take from the user. So this is primarily what it is, and how do you get it running. So as you see here, just type the Python command and run the Python program. So the code runs in localhost 7960. So that is basically what I ran here, localhost 7960. That's what you see here. Well, so producing a chatbot that can query from the data source, which is locally made available, becomes much easier with Llamaindex. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please subscribe this channel.